Hello and welcome to the Futro Hidden Movie Gems podcast. I'm your host, Ty Spiker Christensen. This way, love. It's just my dog. It's Wolfie. Say hi. Oh no, he can't hurt you. He's stuffed. I've got a cat around here somewhere else. He's not stuffed yet. And we've got Jordan Christensen on the podcast.
Hello.
Nice work with the effort, man. I love it, Jordan. We're bringing you on as a proverbial guest. And as a guest, I'll treat you with respect, even though you come no prepared with no quotes. No muy
What
prepared.
was
Very
that accent?
disappointed.
Yeah, it sounded like
Prepare.
Nacho
No,
Libre.
no prepared. Um,
Oh,
let's get Grant Mickle on the podcast.
So Oliver is a effing weirdo, isn't he?
Oh, you think we're all weirdos here, huh? Hey, don't go through my stuff, man. Why are you reading my texts?
Dude, she is on a whole nother level.
Sally Hawkins, my goodness, man. She went from being like this lovable mother in Paddington
Mm.
2 from Paddington Bear Mom to like diabolical, even more evil than like Annie Wilkins, more evil than Carrie, the mother of Carrie. I don't know what her name is, but Carrie's mom. Yeah, it's diabolical. All right, guys, we're discussing Bring Her Back. No, we're not. Yes, we are. Yes, bring her back. Sorry. For some reason my mouse disappeared. Hey, can you guys still hear me? My computer's froze.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm getting cursed, man. Have you ever had this where your trackpad went out?
I've had
Uh,
it. I've had it once where my mouse started moving on its own and it freaked me out. I was like, "Oh gosh, there's a
are you
ghost in
sure it
my
I'm
wasn't?
computer.
hacked.
Are you sure it
I'm
just wasn't your
hacked."
belly hanging over your computer on your trackpad?
It might have
Ugh.
been because I was given the computer from Grant, and Grant saw I was like, "You have a virus." I was like, "Grant's like, oh no!" And so he like clicked all the buttons and downloaded it. It was like, so he inadvertently got
What?
viruses.
I don't remember
Oh,
that.
dude, my computer's back, dude.
This
I'm
was
not
way
sure
back
what
when.
happened. My computer's back.
Oh.
Everybody calm down. We're reviewing Bring Her Back. This movie came out in 2025. It's an
'Cause you
A24
did the same
film.
thing with my phone, Grant, where it was like you're getting somebody signing in. You're like, oh crap, and so you changed the password on my
Yeah.
account, and it was
Yeah,
me
because I was
signing
signed into
in.
Jordan's account and then it like pulled, I think it was my laptop, but yeah, it pulled up a little notification. It's like, someone's trying to sign in. I was like, oh crap. So I reset the password. Uh,
That's so funny. Uh, all right, today we're reviewing this Bring Her Back movie. Came out in 2025. The plot synopsis says a brother and sister uncover a terrifying ritual at the secluded home of their new foster mother. Its directors and writers were Danny Philippou and Michael Philippou. You might recognize these guys as the one that did Talk to Me. And I don't know what's the old the racist Ronald McDonald and the Star Wars vs Harry Potter videos on YouTube. So the Rocka Brothers. Anyway, uh, let's get into and it stars Billy Barrett, Sally Hawkins, and Misha Haywood. Misha, Misha Haywood. It was like watching this movie for the first time and rewatching it for the podcast. Grant, start us off.
I've only seen it once and it's disturbing.
Dude, what are you talking about? The
Like,
freaking skin shimmers?
yeah, like I'm pretty well known for being desensitized to violence and blood and everything. But like when the kid started eating his own arm and like pulling the flesh off, I had to look away.
Which is so weird because you like watched The Walking Dead. I just thought that was strange.
Like, well, it's different when it's like it's a fantasy or fictional like zombie kind of thing. This is like I think maybe what made it worse too is like it's like an 8-year-old kid, you
Uh,
know?
Oh
Like,
yeah, yeah. Watching kids get hurt is a big no-no. I
yeah.
think most directors won't even steer near that, so they avoid it. I think that's why a lot of people thought Walking Dead was so transgressive when Rick, like his first kill is like a little zombie girl. But I like you, Grant. I'm
It was
like,
like a
it's just a
mother,
freaking zombie.
From the
Like, kill
bike,
it.
right?
What's that?
From the bike,
No, it's
first kill the
it's
mother.
he's like at the gas station. He sees this little girl. He shoots her right in the face.
I don't remember that. Oh, he
Isn't
doesn't
that crazy?
kill the girl. Never mind. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that could be right.
Anyway, people thought that it was crazy because they're just like, "Oh my gosh, he just shot a little girl." And I'm like, she had
Mhm.
like half of her face missing and like evil teeth. I'm like, yeah, there's no evil girl. It's just a dead
Yeah.
zombie.
Yeah.
It's not human. Kill it. Kill it. Anyway,
Yes, this movie is disturbing. It will scar you.
yeah. Scar is the right word. Jordan, how about you? Watching it for the first time, rewatching it for the podcast.
Um, that's funny you say Scar. I don't know. Maybe I I am desensitized, but I just didn't think it
I
was
thought this was
like
a
I
lovely
slept great
movie.
that night.
nah.
Very
I
uplifting.
I don't know. I'm trying to think what movie this reminds me of because I'm like, oh, I've seen this before, but maybe I just watched too many movies now. But it was a fun thriller. Like I enjoyed it. So I don't know. It's just I guess I had too high
Thriller
expect
is too soft
I,
of a
I
term.
I had too high expectations because I love Talk to Me so much. Like I'm really, really excited for it. They said they're going to do a second one, which I'm very excited about because I want them to build that universe.
Oh.
But um, this one just was like a fun thriller. It reminds me of that movie we just reviewed, Don't Blink Twice or whatever it's called, or Blink Twice. Um, it just and I wasn't crazy about Blink Twice either. Like it's not that it wasn't a good movie. I just was like, yeah, it's fun. It's a fun thriller. That's it. I'm sorry.
Fun demon sacrificial movie.
You keep saying
Yeah.
thriller, and I don't think that this is like a
I know, you keep
body
throwing around
horror.
fun too. Like,
Yeah,
what?
fun. It's fun. Bring the whole family.
Great time. Well, because like at a certain point, like when he's like biting the blade and stuff, I'm just like, it just kind of feels like the Saw movies where I kind of zone out. When stuff like that happens, I'm just
Jordan just
like
turns his brain
it
off.
no, because it feels like a shock factor, like, oh, look how disgusting and horrible and nasty and like, oh, and it makes you like want to look away, but I'm just like,
Pretty nasty.
it's
He starts eating the wood.
I just
Chewing those splinters.
I don't I care for that as much as I do like character and like when we reviewed Misery, I was just like, oh yes, like characters and like I just
Well,
love
settle down. Okay, let me talk to you about why I like watching this movie the first time, rewatching it. Jordan, this movie's all about characters. There's four of them in this movie that I really care about. It's a stuffed dog, a cat, and a chicken. All the animals
And
are
the girl in
so
the
harmful.
freezer.
And the girl in the freezer. That made me think
may-
of Bernie. It made me laugh the second time
Yeah.
I watched it. Thought of Bernie.
it, and maybe that's the problem. It reminded me of what was the other one we watched with the blind girl, See Me Now or something. See for me.
See for me.
Yeah, just like she's is she blind? I can't remember what this girl is in this movie.
Blind.
She has visually impaired. She can see
Or yeah,
shapes.
she's legally blind. She says she can see like lights and shadows, but
She
like
also,
not
every
anything
time she sees
clear.
her brother, she sees a pedophile. Get away from me, pedophile. I'm her sister. Thank you, Piper. Or
Oh,
I'm
that's
her
right. She
brother.
did make that
Yeah, it's the
joke.
intro to the
It's like,
brother,
what
yeah.
the crap?
She's just
Um,
like, I don't even know who this loser is. Get away from me, pedo. He's like,
maybe I just didn't feel anything for these people, maybe. Like I do
gee,
feel bad for her, because of
who?
that.
Sally Hawkins?
But I mean, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just gonna
Okay,
stop
let
talking.
me help Jordan out here. So watching this movie for the first time, I watched it in theaters, and I was pretty awestruck because it's so competently made and it's superbly acted with Sally Hawkins. If she doesn't get recognition from the Academy for this performance, like I don't know what to tell you. Like you want to talk about range? I see her acting, and I made the joke Paddington Bear too, and then she's just like such a grieving character in this movie that makes you empathize with her, and yet she is so unlikable in other ways. She's a monster.
Yeah.
And I find it so appealing to watch a movie like this to just bask in a performance because I think that's what captivated me the first time. And Jordan mentioned like zoning out. No, I literally looked away in the theater, two or three scenes. I was just like, oh. Oh, and I had to do
No,
this with
you know
Talk
what?
to Me.
That it reminded me of the Evil Dead Rise or whatever that new one was
Hmm.
called. Like
Yeah.
it's fun. Like that movie was fun on the first viewing. Also, when I say fun, it's like obviously a lot of gore. Like there's a scene where the girls remember chewing glass and it's like you can see it like going in her neck as it goes down and it's just like and it just feels like the whole movie kind of hinges on this like shock factor and I just don't.
Jordan's seen it all. We
Well,
understand
because
you.
yeah, the Saw movies did it, and it's just like those. I kind of zone out too. I want a fun story. Like this is a fun story. It's fine, but it's just like this, in my opinion, isn't as rewatchable as like Talk to Me, where it's like, oh shoot, I want to watch it again.
All right. So yeah, this so on second I'll back you up there, Jordan. This movie is less rewatchable than Talk to Me. I was actually really saddened more. So I was actually more sad the second time watching it than scared because the first time you get like, what's the mystery? What's happening? You don't know what's going to happen. Now that I know the mystery, it's like, oh, this is so sad. Like it's so much more painful the second time rewatching it. So yeah, this is one of those movies where I'm like, yeah, I probably won't be watching this as much as like Talk to Me or even Misery and stuff like that. So, but that's not to say that it's not a worse film or a better film or anything
No,
like
yeah, I recommend when we're gonna get
that.
to recommend. I'm jumping ahead, but I would recommend watching it once. Like it's fun. Like I
Yeah.
said, I'll stop using that word if it's like.
It's a fun watch. Watching watching an 8-year-old kid get kidnapped by some deranged lunatic that can't get over the loss of her daughter, get some demon to possess the boy, and then use this boy to consume the flesh of some other child, and then vomit into the mouth of the deceased child to bring back and resurrect the child that was originally
I'm
deceased.
surprised, Grant, you
Crazy.
like this one, but not inside. Like this is basically the same thing. It's just like
No,
Inside?
inside is literally just visual. Like
Wait, is Inside the one with
it,
the pregnant? Is it the
the
Spanish
yeah.
one?
French, yeah.
I'm watching that right now. Don't spoil that. I literally
Okay,
It's
sorry.
started.
I'll wait. I'll wait.
disturbing.
Yeah.
Dude, it's the amount of strawberry syrup they use in this movie. It's
Yeah, like
actually
that car wreck at
ridiculous.
the beginning, whew, like rough, like
Yeah.
already sets the tone, and you're
Yeah,
like, oh.
it
And then that
gets
baby inside
10
her belly
billion
is like,
times worse.
little baby.
And the
Um,
CGI baby.
The CGI baby. I'm so glad it's CGI because if it looked real, I that would have been too much.
it looks real. It looks just like the baby
But the
looks like
rest
on
of
an
the
ultrasound.
oh, okay.
I know.
Interesting.
So this movie, like, let's get into two of our favorite things. Let's hear from you, Jordan, first.
Uh, Favorite things. Should you come back to me?
Well,
I
no, go
well, okay.
first.
I will say I love these directors and I appreciate what they're doing. I like that they're trying to do like original stuff and keep making fun movies. Like I hope they never stop making creative movies like this. So even though yes, this wasn't my favorite, and I'm not trying to downplay it because I don't want to be. I want them to keep making movies, and I hope they do because their first movie is amazing, and this one is really good. So I hope to see more from these
If their next movie is
gentlemen.
about aliens, they're going the way of Shyamalan
Well, you know,
or Jordan Peele,
they
yeah.
were gonna do Street Fighter, but I guess they handed that over to somebody else. Maybe the studio had too many, like, no, we want this, and they're
Could
like,
you
hey, let's make an
imagine
actual.
Street Fighter where the characters are just eating each other's flesh? It'd be
Well,
so
they're.
gritty,
I mean, if
dude.
you've watched their YouTube videos, they're like they make great action movies, and they're all like old school practical effects, and
Right. No, I
I'm
know.
all
I keep
for.
thinking that, yeah, if they get a bigger budget, they'll do something other than horror, and they've had two hits on their hands. I feel like they'll get more money.
Yeah.
But I only worry that they'll be like, well, action movies are more expensive. Will they go see an action movie? But I'm like, dude, I don't know, like a grisly action movie, like Upgrade, like they have
They,
that style. They could
yeah.
easily make
Yeah, I
like
hope
a
they do
indie
something like
horror
Upgrade.
action.
That would
Even
be
a horror
awesome.
action movie, I think
Yeah,
would be sick.
because Leigh Whannell, like he did basically horror action with Invisible
Malignant
Man.
with what?
Huh? Invisible Man.
I was thinking Malignant.
Oh,
But yeah,
Malignant.
there's definitely.
That wasn't him though. That was James Wan, which is funny because
Oh, I'm sorry. You're
they,
right. No,
but they
I
do
know.
work together
Yeah,
in,
yeah. I made a
Saw
mistake.
and
You're right. You did say Lee Winnell. Um,
Insidious.
yeah, I was thinking of James Wan though. And
But
it
their
says
movies are
Beyond the
very
Brave.
similar too. You can tell they've like worked together.
Yeah, similar eye. So, um, so we'll get back to Jordan. It's a fun movie, but I can't think of two things I like about this. Grant, how
I
about
did.
you?
I said I like their style, and I hope they keep making
I like
movies.
this style, man. They got
They
some good
use
style.
their old school practical effects, which I very much appreciate. Thank you.
Let's hear it, Grant. What are your two favorite
I know,
things?
it literally looks like they filmed like the film she watches is like an actual resurrection kind of thing.
Yeah, that'd be funny if they like did an actual one in the film.
Yeah.
Not funny. Okay, that'd be scary, but
But two favorite things. Um,
they're like, we need this to
I
be authentic. Let's bring a real person back to life.
like I like how kind of like Ty said, the performance of the mother just totally sells the whole movie. Like you can just totally tell that this whole losing her daughter has just completely consumed her. And like, it's later revealed like what that like being consumed has led to and the whole reason for adopting these two kids. Well, originally it was going to be just the daughter, the blind girl, but then the brother didn't want to be split up, and so he came along as well. And so that causes issues for her. Um,
But don't
but
worry, she
yeah,
has a diabolical plan to get rid of him.
yeah. My second favorite thing, um, I really liked seeing the development, like the character arc of, I forget the boy's name,
Do,
Yeah, Billy Barrett. It's Andy.
Andy.
hey,
Yeah,
do you know what this
like
they this is there's another movie just like this and I just recently watched it. It's called Between Worlds and it's with Nicolas Cage. And his wife uh goes into the body of this girl, uh, and then he started to fall in love with the mom, but then his ex or his dead wife goes into the daughter's body, and so there's this like really awkward relationship between him and the daughter, and like the mom's coming home. It's just weird, but anyways.
why does that remind you of this
No, literally the
movie?
same because the spirit like possesses. They're trying to like take the body and inhabit it in a new
Oh, I
body.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't they do this in another film? They like, I don't know. I guess it's
There's always like
Freaky
movies
Friday?
like it. You do
Get
this
Out.
thing, you try
Kind
to
of did
scare
it
it.
a
But
little bit.
this one's interesting though
Yeah.
because there's literally a how-to movie, homemade video
Yeah.
to do with
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
to resurrect your loved ones and bring them back from the dead.
See,
It's
and
like,
that's why I was like, maybe Cameron could handle it because that, like, sure, it starts out like, oh, demon stuff, but then you're like, oh, no, it's just like how, like you said, it's like the SpongeBob, how to make the
how to
special
make a
secret
crab. You did not
Krabby.
just compare demonic resurrection with how to build a Krabby Patty from SpongeBob.
Oh, man.
Okay,
How to
sorry,
be a
Grant.
fry
I cut you
cook.
off.
Oh, you're good. Yeah, just the character development of Andy's character, I really enjoyed. Just because, like, as more things are revealed, you realize, like, oh, he actually didn't try and save his dad. And then you realize why, right? Because he was abused by his father. But then his sister was the perfect child, and then you like come to find out that he actually hit his sister once because he was angry, and that like his character arc is like saving his sister even though he doesn't feel like he's a good kid. But then, yeah, spoiler, he ends up dying, sacrificing himself. But yeah, I don't know, just I don't know why you don't think this is like a character movie, Jordan. Like that's literally
Uh,
like the whole point. It's like this mother dealing with her grief and that character arc, and then Andy, his relationship with his sister. Like, I don't know.
I
Those were
think
my favorite parts
maybe
of it.
I wasn't being generous enough. I just feel like I've seen it too many times, and it's because I've seen like because this genre of like It's the Nick Cage movie's adaptation, you know, where his brother's like a writer and he's talking about like, okay, and then the twist is that it's it was the guy the whole time. It's just like all these crazy twists and turns. And at a certain point, like I don't know, maybe I've seen too many, and so I just kind of zone out a bit.
I'm
And
surprised
then
to
I
hear Nick
wonder
Cage twice in your review of
I
Bring It
I
Back.
wonder I wonder if I just compare it too much to like, oh, like Wait Until Dark, I just feel like was a better, more perfect film about a blind woman and people trying to outsmart her. Um,
Yeah.
so
Well, I
not
wish
saying
they had, and that goes into my nitpick, but like, I wish they'd done more with her being blind and like the whole grapefruit keyword between him and the sister and the brother.
mm,
Like, I kind of wish that that had been or some kind of communication thing that is ends up being a twist, right? Used as like a plot device to I don't know. It just felt
Well,
like
I
grapefruit
would
was like
argue
a
that
cool
it
thing
does a
between
great job at
them.
being a character arc because he
I guess
breaks
that's true.
her trust, right? So
Yeah.
there's a scene early on where they're attending the funeral for the father, and she's like, "How does Dad look?" And he goes, "He looks good, Pipe." Piper. He's talking to Piper, and she's like, "Grapefruit," and he says, "Yeah, he looks peaceful." And then later, Sally Hawkins is like, "Hey, you didn't even look at your father," and she's like, "You said
Makes
grapefruit."
him kiss him too.
You know, don't even get me started.
oh,
I'll talk to you about that. So in just a
this
second.
this this
Yeah.
is literally Hereditary. It just has a different ending. Hereditary, the guy actually gets possessed. Remember the boy?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
then in this
No,
one,
Hereditary's I was gonna say this movie most like Hereditary for sure.
but then so I was kind of like, oh, I
Talk to
want to
me
see
more.
what happens when she gets possessed and turned into this thing.
She'd be back. We already saw it in the home video.
Yeah, but I was just interested to
I think
see.
it's better that like, the mother comes to realize that for herself to join her daughter is to join her in death.
And I feel so bad
I
for
feel
that
like that
poor.
was more poetic, but
I feel so bad for the little boy when he's in the forest. He's like, "Help me!"
yeah, I
It's just
know.
like
It's so
this is so
sad.
sad.
No, no, it is sad. So let's get into there was a few things that we mentioned, but Grant the grapefruit thing. So he betrays Piper's trust by doing that. And
Yeah,
that's their rule. You find out that grapefruit means like you be honest no matter what. And when Sally Hawkins is creating a divide between these two already at the funeral, she's like, he lied to you. He didn't actually look at the dead. And so he's hiding something from Piper. What is it? Well, it's the past. Dad wasn't always good to me, Piper. And he leaves a long voicemail to her about that. And then I would argue that at the end, when he tells her, I'm sorry, I was the one that hit you, but he wasn't the one that hit her. Sally Hawkins was the one that hit her in the evening, but she sprayed herself with body spray so she would smell. So you said it didn't do a lot of sight things. I think there was a lot because Piper was manipulated and Sally Hawkins was able to manipulate both Andy and Piper into creating a divide between the two of them because she couldn't get Piper to herself and manipulate her while Andy was around because he was protecting her. So I rather like that because it's like what a sinister woman. We could already talk about Sally Hawkins. Laura kidnaps a child, some 10-year-old kid using her connections with the foster home, takes this child away from his family, uses this kid to then carry out this ritual to bring back her dead daughter. Her dead daughter died. I don't know if it was on her watch. I guess we hear like it was raining. She slipped into the pool and she couldn't swim. But we see her in the pool earlier. Did she just slip and fall and hit her head, right? Because we see her passed out in the pool. Sally Hawkins dives in there
yeah,
and pulls her out. So I think she slipped, hit her head, and drowned because she was swimming. So it wasn't that she drowned because she couldn't swim. Because I was like, otherwise, why did she have the pool? I think the daughter hit her head because it was raining, slipped and fell into the pool and drowned. So anyway, she is grief stricken about this. So she like finds this tape. And again, this is one of those interesting things about the movie where less is more. The movie didn't have some instructor on it, but I'm like, okay, pause the tape here. So what he's doing now is consuming the flesh. You watch it happen. It's horrific and everything is shown, don't tell. And I love it. She's literally watching this videotape and then the use of the circles, which I really enjoy. I thought that was a cool motif. When they get close to the house, you see like a line of salt in the
Oh
sand.
yeah, that was fun.
It's
Yeah.
around the entire home. And then what's really cool is like there's some yard art, or maybe it's like her mailbox, but the camera passes through it and it starts tilting and it just starts putting everything off of kilter. But you realize she's pulling them into her sphere, right? Her sphere of influence. And I just think it's so cool because there's one of the coolest camera scenes. And I think that the Philippou brothers are so good at doing it. Talk to me, right? The camera tilts. It just makes these very jarring scenes. And this one, I would argue, is one of the most emotional scenes where she's losing Oliver under her spell, but then gets him back and she's through the window and then she slaps her hand on the glass and
You mean you felt
slides
bad
away.
for the little boy, right? Not for the woman.
No, yeah, yeah, yeah.
You're like, she's losing her daughter. Get back,
No, no,
little
she's
boy.
losing
Okay.
her control over Oliver, remember? Because Oliver keeps coming back to being
Yeah. Okay.
himself.
I was just making sure you felt bad
And
for
then she
Oliver,
keeps
not the
drawing a
woman.
circle on his forehead to keep him under the
Yeah.
control,
No, get
right?
him
And then she
back.
what's so great though is there's a few times where they keep playing music really loud and she's literally trying to get Oliver under control. So she's like drawing circles on his head. At the very beginning when they first arrived, she had music playing really, really loudly. I'm sure she was trying to get control of him then also. But she appears and Oliver's just wandering around and he's super weird and you're like, what's going on? And she's like raps him on the head with the ruler when they're measuring their heights on the wall. And then she's like talking about how Oliver's weird and catatonic. And then like the night they start drinking after the funeral, they're all partying and Oliver's just like outside. Like he was let out of his room because he smashed through the glass. And you're like, what's this kid's deal? And he's just standing out in the rain. It made me think of Blade Runner, just seeing him. It looked like Rutger Hauer in the freaking rain, just like all those years. Whatever the monologue is. Anyway,
It's quite a comparison to.
I know, right? Anyway, what's so crazy is so Sally Hawkins' plan. So she's already has to come between Piper and Andy. So she snips some of the father's hair. I don't know where she already started to develop this plan. So by consuming part of the father's hair, she gives it to Oliver, and Oliver then is able to impersonate the voices of people he's consumed. So Oliver
Oh,
talks
yeah.
like Andy's father beyond the grave. So when he falls and slips his head in the bathroom, he has Oliver there to talk in the father's voice. So he thinks that he's hearing his father's voice and it's messing with Andy. She then also pees into cups and pours some on
Yeah.
Andy and makes him
That
piss
was
his
like
pants every day.
ICU when the
That's
kid
so
comes.
diabolical.
Remember the kid
Oh,
with the
yeah.
Frogger mask? He comes and just starts
Yeah.
peeing on the guy.
Yes, yes. It's so sad. She is peeing his pants for him. That is so cruel.
And
Making
what
him
was the purpose
embarrassed.
of that? She like wanted him to be like seem like he wasn't well or something
Yeah,
or not
yeah.
adjusting or
Mess with him.
something.
Ruining him.
Well, because she's a therapist, right, or something, and so she's
Well, because I
like,
think it was for the whole reason of like the people who check in and say like it, you know, how are you doing as a foster child? Like, you know, she has like stuff to say about him.
well, yeah, and because like it worked, he was like super embarrassed, and she was trying to make him feel as uncomfortable as possible and
So
Yeah.
feel
at the
like,
funeral, he's like, "You didn't even look at your father." He's like, "It's customary to kiss him," and then she's like, doesn't want to do it. He finally barely kisses him on the forehead, and she's like, "On the lips." You're like, "Stop!" I literally thought of Sam Raimi in the Drag Me to Hell. I was like, "Oh no, she's gonna vomit a
yeah.
bunch of freaking or he's gonna vomit like what do you call that? Formaldehyde all over him or something." Oh, it's so disgusting.
See, and with this film, it like it kind of rides this line of because I thought it would be more like talk to me in more like like the footage at the beginning, but it feels like that's kind of just like very subtle background, and then it leans more into this thriller aspect, which is like, oh, the little details of like what's going on here. And I know there's a few like over the top moments, but I don't know. I just wanted just a tiny bit more like that, like you said, the Drag Me to Hell, the Sam Raimi over the top craziness. But
Mm.
I guess
Yeah,
him
the
chewing on the
movie
knife
felt
was
very
that
mature
scene.
and sad compared to like, yeah, I get what you're saying. Like a more lighthearted version. Like
And
even Talk to Me has sad moments, but
I
like there's
probably
a
oh
group of teens hanging out and being
yeah,
goofy.
I probably overhyped it because I just like I said, I just have such high expectations for these guys because
I
they're
would
doing
argue,
so
yeah, this
good.
movie definitely has less fun. but it is due to the subject material.
That's
Like
true.
you
Yeah.
got child kidnapping, demonic possession, and evil demonic spirit resurrection. So it's like
Yeah.
hard to even imagine where they're like, where do we put the levity? And it
Yeah.
probably didn't fit. They're like, this is really disturbing. Like it probably even made like they probably had some moments and they're like, well, we should probably take these out. Like because they're like, ah, it's a fun time, like Jordan was saying.
I know then you get the what is it, sissy when the crippled kid gets pushed off the cliff. Like
Oh, in that
What?
movie, that stupid
yeah.
movie. Oh, I was like, Sissy, what are you talking about? I've
Yeah.
completely forgot that movie, but I'll never forget that.
You must suppressed it from your mind.
Yeah. So, yeah, again, trying to figure out what's going on the first time was really good. But yeah, you're right. It is sad to see the poor kid tortured like he was.
Yeah.
But thankfully, he finally gets all the food he wants. He doesn't just get to eat the cantaloupe. He gets to eat the
The
knife
occasional
from his
fly in
eye.
his room.
He gets to eat the table. He eats the chickens. Eats the
Yeah, the
cat.
starving him out. I just all the stuff you've mentioned, I'm like, holy cow. I do appreciate they're so good at like building a universe in which you're like, okay, there's rules. Like you said,
Mhm.
pouring the salt, like, oh, that's his limit. You can't go outside that. Him starving him out and then him getting hungry to eat so he can vomit it all back out and just fun little rules in this universe.
Fun. It's good.
It's a
I had
good
a
time.
time for every time you said that. You keep using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means. Just fun little demonic possession. Oh shoot. Okay. Anyway. So yeah, having Sally Hawkins, and then one last funny observation I made was like Sally Hawkins is quickly going to be an actress that is typecast with laying in bodies of water with unspeakable, disgusting things like Shape of Water. She's like in love with the manfish, and in this
Oh
movie,
yeah.
she's like curled up next to her dead, decayed, and partially consumed daughter. It's like, jeez. Ugh, I would not snuggle up next to that thing in my pool. Woo! Very disturbing. So, yep. Uh, dude, hit me with it.
That
Jordan, have you
I
thought of
love
favorite
I
things from
love when that lady sees I always love when they bring in a side character to see the psychoness of the world that's being built.
Oh,
And
the worker that she used to.
yeah, and she sees
Yeah.
the kid eating inside the freezer, the dead body. There's something so satisfying about
Yeah.
like that person like recognizing how insane and horrific all this is.
Well, mind you, she
Yeah.
was walking around doing a wellness check. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. He's not in there. Go check. And then all of a sudden she's like, "Oh, you're bleeding." And she's like, "Oh, it's nothing." And then it's like, "That's a lot of blood." And then she's like, I'm doing something. Like, you're gonna have to just let me do this. Like, I found a way to bring her back." And she's like, let go of me. Let go of me." And she's like, let's, she tears off her shirt or like her sweater. She's like, "God, get the car, Andy."
That was a crazy scene. And then they're running to the car and then she
I
just
know, and
runs
Andy's
them
being so good.
over.
That was the most heartbreaking for me. Andy
Yeah.
gets like hit and he's like lying there in a puddle, which they foreshadow earlier if you watch the movie a second time. He like when he's backing out of the driveway, I think like one of the rocks that he hit or something when he first moved in, and then when they drive back out to go get this social worker lady, you see it like make a divot in the gravel, which will ultimately make a puddle,
Oh.
which is what she uses to ultimately drown him. And this was much more meaningful than the drowning in glass. Just saying. There's a drowning of Bruce Willis in a puddle, and screw that movie. This is how you do it right in this movie. He was literally hit by a car, and she took advantage of that moment to finish him off. Not just Bruce Willis laying down and pushed into a puddle. Screw that. Anyway, um, yeah. What other? Did you want to throw out anything else, Grant? Any other favorite things about the movie?
I don't know. Just I just have all these images of a kid eating a knife and eating the table. But yeah, it's just really well done.
It made me think of
Oh,
Happy
that's
Tree
amazing.
Friends. There's like a Happy Tree Friends where
Yeah.
some squirrel's eating like razor blades, and an ice cream, and it's like ah, 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 and these like Happy Tree Friend
I
cartoons that were
hate
so
Happy Tree
grisly.
Friends.
You hate it?
I hate Happy Tree Friends.
Well, I
Is that
remember
like a
seeing
YouTube
some of
thing or
them, and I was
something?
like, these are so.
Yeah, it just there are videos about all it is torture. It's like, oh, let's have some characters have their guts falling out and screaming. It's like, I don't want to watch this trash.
No, yeah, but it was funny because Grant, the animation was so happy and bubbly. So like it would start with something innocent like a happy little squirrel and it's eating a lollipop, but then it would fall on the lollipop and it would have it fall into its eye socket.
I think I've
Like,
seen some of these before.
yeah, they're so
I hate
disturbing. But anyway, it's like The
so
Simpsons. They
gross.
had, is it not Ren and Stimpy? What was it called? Scratch and
Oh
Itch.
yeah, the Scratchy or
Yeah, it
whatever,
was the
the
same
mouse
thing.
and the
Like the
rat.
mouse, it was like making fun of Tom and Jerry,
Or
where it was
yeah,
like, oh,
mouse
this
and
is
cat.
cute and endearing, but it's like the mouse was like torturing this cat, in diabolical ways. So, but yeah, some of that did make me think of this here. So, but my goodness, I would just say, yeah, love that performance. Sally Hawkins deserves an Academy Award for it. I mean, freak, if Anthony Hopkins can win for Silence of the Lambs, she definitely earns it here. And again,
Well,
all the
comparing her to
manipulation.
Anthony Hopkins in Silence of the Lambs, this is
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Freak, Kathy Bates in Misery. If she can win the Academy Award for that, there's no reason I don't think Sally Hawkins would win for this performance. Now, again, they could get snubbed. They're gonna not consider her. I don't know because it did come out earlier in the year, so they'll be like, it's not fresh on the mind. But
I don't know.
yeah,
Academies don't really take, well, they actually recently they've switched to liking A24 films. So,
mm,
because you got the Everything Everywhere All at Once getting like a trillion
yeah, that
awards.
one did really
I
well.
thought that I was good, but it wasn't that good. Everybody calm down, all right?
Well, it was certainly more entertaining than most of the dumb picks they had there.
Oh, I
So
agree.
yeah,
But I mean, they were just throwing down. Like it's just funny because I feel like they kind of like shifted. It was like, oh, we don't accept these movies are beneath us, and now they're like, oh, let's give all the awards to them. Just weird. They did like a 180.
sure,
And
but yeah,
now maybe it's just me. I like the kind of like indie, like nobody knows about it. Now it's like everybody knows about it. It's like, it's not cool anymore. I'm a hipster, I guess.
I know, right? Like no one saw Swiss Army Man, but everyone somehow saw everything everywhere all at once, or was at least aware of it. And you're like,
Well,
I don't
it's
know.
like the
Like a
first Saw
Swiss Army
movie.
Man?
I resisted watching it for so long because everybody loved it, and I was like, I don't want to watch it. And then when I finally watched it, I was like, oh fudge! I see why everybody loves this.
Good stuff. Well, um, I think we've shared our thoughts. Do you guys recommend don't or bring her back? Don't bring her back.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Yeah, if you can stomach it.
Yeah. Yeah, if any of the
it's not
things
that
we just
bad.
said on
It's a
this
fun time,
podcast make
Grant.
you feel uncomfortable, trust me, it's harder to
Apparently.
watch.
Yeah, there's a few disturbing scenes. I agree.
Dude,
You know,
okay, so which is more
skip
disturbing?
them.
Talk, I think Bring Her Back is more disturbing than Talk to Me for sure.
Yeah.
Do
But I
you
think
like,
inside is like whole nother
yeah.
like spectrum, dude, of
Oh
disturbing.
man, I'm gonna have to finish that tonight. But Grant, do you like Talk to Me
It's
more
hard
or
to
Bring Her
watch.
Back?
I like Talk to Me more because it's
Interesting.
a lot more like fast paced. Like I really enjoyed like Talk to Me is definitely a movie I want to rewatch, but Bring Her Back is like yeah, it's I don't know if I'll rewatch it or not.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll agree. I think that I was so floored by Sally Hawkins' performance that I gave it initially a higher review, but on rewatch I matched it with Talk to Me. I'd have to say, yeah, I think that this is more technically impressive because I don't think it felt like it was taking some swings, like massive swings. Taking an actress like Sally Hawkins who's so sweet and bubbly to make her like out to be such a horrific villain. Like, dude, we talked about Scenes We Look Away. She just like wallops that poor little Chinese girl right in the face. Like, that was so hard to watch. Like, holy crap. I'm like, while she's sleeping, she walks in there and just boom, and then runs out the room, and you're like, oh my word. Like as soon as I saw that, I was like, bro, like there's some things you don't do in movies, and one of them is punch little girls in the face. Like that's just not cool, man. So yeah, I feel like this one was a riskier endeavor personally. Then again, the first one, when that poor kid was smashing his face against the table, I was like, that's also really sad. So I'm like,
Yeah,
they
I was gonna say that
these
they
two,
both have their
they
scenes, you
both
know,
have their scenes that you have to look away, and I'm like, that's pretty remarkable in this century and day and age
and
where
they're
I'm like
both these little
desensitized, but
boys just smashing their faces, messing.
yeah, but this one has uh, a, a foster mother smashing her foster daughter in the face, and there's so much of that. Like I'm like, my goodness, that's crazy. You made two movies that have scenes that I have to look away in. So anyway, yeah, I'm not completely desensitized like Grant and Jordan here on the pod, so that's good. I still have a soul, unlike them. Well, freak. Let's get into movies that you've seen lately, and movies that you're looking forward to seeing. Grant, what have you been watching?
Let's see.
Talk to me.
Yeah, so before I watched Bring Her Back, I watched Talk to Me for the first time. Then watched, oh, I think I already talked about this because I was on the Misery podcast as well.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, so since then I've only seen Inside. Oof. It's a rough one. And then
But you didn't,
Malignant.
so you didn't enjoy the thriller aspect of it? Like you're like, oh, Fudge, this chick is psycho.
I mean, yeah, she's psycho, but like I started laughing. Okay, I won't spoil it because Ty hasn't seen it yet. But like the part with the guy where you think he's dead, but he
Oh
like
yeah, okay, I
starts,
know what you're talking about. Don't talk about it. Yeah,
yeah,
that's well.
like
I
I
agree
I
that.
laughed out loud. I was like, is this a zombie movie now?
Yeah, I also that was like
That
okay,
was a little out there, but
because well, and I at first I'm like, whoa, they didn't show his death, and then now I know why.
yeah, yeah. But like I feel like I wanted to like it. I just didn't like it very much. But
I
yeah.
I kind of I was conflicted a bit too, Grant, but it was mainly just because of the baby stuff. I just like it's kind of
I know it yeah. Just the whole like subject around the thing, like it's just this poor pregnant woman and you're like, why is this happening to her? You know? But then I think the reveal, it's kind of you can kind of guess it from the beginning, but I think the reveal
you know, Ty,
is kind of
what it
worth it.
reminds me of, and I know you're not going to like this comparison, and I hope it doesn't deter you from watching it. But the chick, you think it's a dude with the that saw, but it's a girl. What's that movie? It had the dumb twist at the end.
Oh, are you talking about High Tension?
High tension. And so this movie, what movies the first movie it recommends underneath it is high tension.
Have you seen High Tension, Grant?
It's
Never
basically
watched
this
it.
movie, Grant.
It it's one of those
It's
movies where it's like, oh, like there's this, or you know what
you
High
think it's a
Tension's like? High Tension is like identity, and yet there's like continuity errors in it. Like it's an unreliable narrator, and then it comes with, oh, we're just, and it's like Glass Onion, where it's like, oh, you thought it was this thing? Well, look at this. This is actually different. It's like, yeah, you used two different takes.
yeah.
Like one didn't actually have the actors in it earlier, so I couldn't guess what was going on. And then the second clip had the actor in it, and I could tell what was going on. Like it's not clever. You
But
intentionally misled us.
the
Like,
first part of it is pretty fun. Like you're like, oh fudge, this is so
yeah,
intense.
it was a perfectly good cat and mouse, and then you're like, it's there's no mouse.
But as
This is
soon as
all
the
just cat.
twist happens, then it's just like, okay, now it's just stupid.
This is all cat. And somehow she duped everyone else into seeing it. What's going on?
Yeah.
Because the cat or the mouse or whatever, the dynamic, it interacted with other people. I guess that's just how she saw it in her head, though, you know? Unreliable narrator. Freak, dude. That was such a weird movie. Anyway, I'm excited to finish Inside. It does seem insane. I enjoyed the beginning of it. So,
Yeah.
um, anyway, you see anything else, Grant?
And then Malignant, watched it for the first time. That movie is so wild, dude.
So
Like,
good.
I was not expecting the whole like shift to like supervillain backstory. Like, it just went to like a DC movie, I felt
I
like.
know, dude.
Yeah.
Um,
It did feel like you're watching The Crow, man. It's freaking awesome.
yeah. I was like waiting. I was like, all right, when is Batman gonna show up and,
That's right.
save the day here? But and then last night watched Cabin in the Woods with Elise. That was
Was that
pretty
your
fun.
first time?
That's my second time, her first time.
Yeah.
Cause
I was gonna say, I
cause
was
I was
like,
like, I want to watch something like thriller or horror. And then she was like, I don't really want to watch something like that. But I was like, oh, this one's kind of meta and makes fun of horror movies. She's like, all right, I'll try it. So she
did she like
laughed.
it?
I think she liked it. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, the
But
ending's so good, dude. The elevator ding and then
yeah.
all
Yeah.
the creatures come out, dude. So good.
Dude,
Have
I
you
bet they had
rewatched
so
oh,
much fun making that movie.
Mm.
That would have
have you
just been
rewatched it, Ty? It doesn't it's never you can never recapture that first time watching. You're like,
Oh
ah.
yeah. I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah. Part of
I think
me's
it's
like,
yeah, it's
yeah,
definitely more fun showing it to people who haven't seen it
yeah,
yet
Mm.
yeah,
and
absolutely.
seeing their reaction.
Absolutely. Jordan, how about you, man? What have you been watching? Because if you have to jump off early, that's cool. You got six
Oh, I
minutes.
do have 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, after watching that movie Grant hated, Inside, I watched the director's other movies, and they're not good. Um, but mm, I didn't really see anything. I rewatched Naked Gun again with mm, uh my wife's parents are in town, so we watched that with them. They haven't seen it yet,
Yeah, my
so
wife just told me she's never seen any of the Naked Gun, and I'm like, "What? Your family watched Austin Powers like growing up, but you guys never watched Naked Gun?" So we're gonna be watching Naked Gun 1, 2, and 3, or 22 and a half and 33 and one third. But yeah, we're definitely watching those because we watched the Naked Gun. She thought it was funny. I'm like, you haven't even seen the Leslie Nielsen version, like. So yeah, we're gonna go back and watch all those. But she also wants to watch Pink Panther right now with the kids, and I'm like, okay, well, thankfully a lot of the stuff and
The Steve
innuendos will
Martin
go
or
over their head.
original?
No, no, not Steve Martin. The old
Yeah,
Peter
yeah,
Sellers
okay.
dude, Blake Edwards,
Yeah.
the OG. Hello, this is Chief Inspector Cleesdale speaking on the phone. Yeah, definitely the OG dude.
Ty?
Start up that racket! I'm trying to save my life, madam. Drops a flower pot on his head. Oh, good, dude. And then he's like breathing.
What
And he looks
the
down and there's a
Saw?
saw and he's just cutting a hole in the floor. Ah, it falls through and his hat stays in
Wait,
the
I want to
air.
hear what you've seen, Ty, before I
Get
go.
there.
It's literally, yeah.
Get
It's,
out!
it, oh,
Wait, Ty, what have you seen?
oh my fetching goodness, dude. Uh, anyway, dude, what have I seen? So I watched a show on Netflix called Untamed. It's actually pretty good. It's got Eric Bana.
Like the
And
wildlife, like the
yeah, it's the
rangers or whatever.
Yellowstone. It's like a murder mystery and set in Yellowstone, or not Yellowstone, sorry, Yosemite. I was confused those two for some reason. It's a murder mystery, a detective story in Yellowstone. And in Yosemite, I just said it twice. In Yosemite is a murder mystery, and it's pretty good. It's like a procedural police drama. A little bit more on the drama. I feel like if they had a bigger budget, they could do more with it, which, yeah, I don't know if it's a spoiler or not, but they're gonna continue the story, which I'm happy with because I think Eric Bana is a great actor. It's got Sam Neill, he's a great actor, Jurassic Park and whatnot, Hunt for the Wilder People. Um, yeah, it's one of those great stories where I'm like, oh, I love detective stories and dramas where the detective is trying to make up for mistakes in the past by solving a crime. There's just something so beautiful about that. Like Prisoners had a little bit of that. And again, I know I'm not going to compare it to Prisoners. Prisoners is superb, but like it's a good Netflix show, so I actually really liked it. It reminds me of if you guys have ever watched Sinner, The Sinner. It's so good. It's got Bill Pullman. So good. I loved the first three seasons. Four was a little bit not as good, but he just plays such a good detective. You care so much about him, and he's like a flawed individual, and he's just so good. It's like watching a TV show about insomnia, basically, but Bill Pullman, he plays like this amazing detective. Kind of feels like True Detective too, a little bit. They're just a little bit more dramatic and not as disturbing. So Um, but yeah, I'm a sucker for like procedural police dramas, The Killing, True Detective, like all these shows. I'm like, I think I'm obsessed with the dramatic police detective solving a murder. I don't know why. It's less about the serial killer. It has more to do with like the detective trying to make up for because the serial killer is just the background noise. Sometimes you can make a compelling villain, like where you do like you would with like Silence of the Lambs and Bring Her Back. But I really care more about the heroes, and
I
I
love
love
you
it
keep
when they're
comparing the
flawed.
two. They're on different levels. Get out of here.
What's that? What's that?
You keep comparing the two, like Silence of the Lambs and this movie, and it's like,
Yeah, Bring Her
whoa,
Back.
whoa, whoa. That's a different level
Dude, I know.
here.
I would enjoy Bring Her Back more than Silence of the Lambs.
Okay, you're talking about S tier movie, and then you're talking about a movie that maybe A minus B plus.
All right, I'll have to rewatch. Maybe Silence of the Lamb holds up better on rewatch. I think I've seen it twice in my life, and I remember thinking, "This is the movie that everyone raves about."
I thought the same thing.
They really okay. Hot take on this podcast. That's two versus one, Jordan. And I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying
Don't
Anthony
care.
Hopkins wasn't good. I do remember thinking he was in it so little, and there's so little carnage, and everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, amazing performance." And I think part of it obviously is cheapened by the fact that I've seen so many people parody it before I watched it. I'm sure people were so creeped out when he does it, but I literally thought it was a parody of itself. I ate his liver with the fava beans and a nice Chianti. It's just like it's funny. Like I don't know, it's not even scary. It's just funny to me. Like he's taunting her and I'm like, "Oh, that's so creepy." And that was unscripted and I'm
I
like,
just think it's good acting.
Yeah, but Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels doing it in Dumb and Dumber is funnier. And it's, I'd like to eat her liver with a nice Chianti and fava beans and a nice Chianti. It's so funny, dude. Anyway, yeah, I'm with you, Grant. It's like The Shining. It's good. No, I'm kidding. I don't want to speak mad on The Shining. I actually really like The Shining. I like The Shining more than the the detective one, the sheep, Silence of the Lambs. Ooh, that'd be interesting. We should make a horror movie hierarchy and see which one wins out over other. Maybe we'll do that for Halloween. Give us your top 10 horror movies next podcast. Let's do that.
I don't know if I know enough.
What? Top 10
Or
horror
there's just
movies of
like
all
so
time?
many that I've seen like years ago that I would never remember.
Yeah, but just make a list of top 10 horror movies. I'd love to hear it. Jordan has a top 100.
Yeah, and I'm on the letterbox, Jordo0.
Yeah, but I don't want to look at your list until I come up with my 10. So,
Well, it's not 10, it's 100. Just make it 100
Of
side. Come
horror
on.
movies or just movies?
Horror movies.
yeah,
Yeah,
just horror movies.
I have a list for top
Oh.
100 favorite movies and then top 100 horror because
I'll probably have to look at yours and then
Horror is the
see
bomb.
if I've seen
I don't think
anyone.
you'll agree with my list, Grant, but
Well, no, just as like a reference, because there's
okay.
like I'm sure there's so many movies that I've seen that I just don't remember.
Mm, okay, I'll send it to you.
Well, Jordan, if you have to go to the baby, I understand.
Yeah, I'm on baby duty,
And
guys.
then I need to finish, yeah, so I need to finish Castle Rock and then I need to finish Inside. So I'll watch those two movies and
Peace,
shows.
everybody.
Peace nuggets. Cheap, 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 cheap. Grapefruit, Grant. Grapefruit, Jordan. You said grapefruit.